This is a speedrun of Bleed. If you were watching at the very beginning of the marathon, I played Bleed 2. And Bleed 2 is a story of you fighting a villain. This is the story of how you became the world's greatest hero. The time's gonna start when I hit normal, okay? And now? So we're going to go through and fight all of the villains in this game. It's a very simple kind of game. You got bullet time mechanics, 3 air dashes. So each level has the main villain that you have to fight, as well as a sub-boss. For this level, it is that helicopter, which isn't super hard, and Guppy, who is the boss for the level. He starts off as one giant blob. You break him into tinier blobs. Very simple. That's the first level. The second level is the worms. You have to fight Earth's core and then the tag team duo Gibby and Stu. As you can see, sometimes we'll have to use the bullet time mechanic just to not take any unnecessary hits. I should be doing more. Oh, I'm taking all of the unnecessary hits.
Sometimes you gotta roll with the punches.
Jeez. These are Gibby and Stu. They are lovers, as their title suggests. So finish them off there. Luckily, didn't die.
Wow. You finished that without getting hit by the boss once. I was scared.
I was also scared. This level is kind of annoying. Everything about this level. You touch those lasers, it'll send out a bunch of little robots to ruin your day.
Like Metal Gear Solid.
Like that. Definitely just a demo and not a mistake. At this point, it doesn't even matter. shoot at the little guys. They're fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter. All part of the plan.
Does having a higher rank do anything for you combat-wise?
It should, but due to technical reasons, I don't have the ability.
Oh.
Because you can't copy save data for this game.
Okay.
But normally, in a normal run, you get a gun called the Rainbow Gun, which gets stronger depending on your rank.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we're just gonna have to go without it.
Yeah.
Which really all it does is make the boss fights a little bit longer. Which is, you know, unfortunate, but
You can deal.
yeah.
The movement in this game is really nice.
Yeah, it's the best part. You get the 3 air dashes. Boss fight's annoying because he has a shield. Gonna shoot him while his shield is up and away from him.
Nice.
And that is that boss fight.
He's wave dashing.
Next up is the Racer, which is, I think of all the boss fights, it's probably the one I like the least, but I really like the level leading up to them. And the only reason I don't like them is because they just move around a lot, and it just makes it really frustrating to hit them. In this level, you are making sure that you stay lower when the arrow comes up, the exclamation point, because getting hit by tunnels is not fun. Right, we want to make sure we don't get stabbed here.
Yeah.
And then
getting stabbed is pretty bad.
Once you get here, this is the sub-boss for the level. He'll sometimes just fall on you. You can't hit him while he's like that. A lot of these segments, the first time you play through and you're not ready for them, is where like the bullet time mechanic will come in. But since we know they're coming, we don't have to use bullet time as much.
You're evolved. You're enlightened.
Yeah. We're in the Matrix. This level's kind of annoying because you can only go through it so fast.
Auto scrollers.
Auto scrollers are always fun when you're speedrunning.
This isn't even that cool kind of auto scroller where you can take a break.
Yeah. Not like the Sonic kind.
Sonic Adventure 1.
Yeah. That one is my favorite one.
You know,
This
just make a
is-
sandwich, put
yeah.
yourself in a corner.
Against Bunny Rocket, when she's moving around and you're not slowing down time, you actually can't hit her. But when you slow down time, you can't hit her.
Huh. Useful.
Which is a unique boss fight, but it's very frustrating. Sometimes she'll use her rocket car. Ow. And she just explodes herself.
Ooh. The car falls on her.
Now, up next is the Army, which is a top secret battalion lab experiment. This area here is another area where we just have to wait for the doors to open. So we just gotta shoot these things out. The red ones move faster. The blue ones move slower.
What about the purple ones?
I'm not sure. It's basically like the blue ones, but bluer.
They're redder, actually.
I guess you're right. That is how color works. In this area here, we want to make sure not to get hit by these lasers. Like that. The sub fight is these laser bots. Shooting the red one does more damage. We're gonna focus on that one. This segment right here, there's going to be these balls that are flying at you. Shooting them makes them smaller.
So it's easier to dodge.
Yep. You really only need to make like one at a time smaller though, just so you can fly to where it was holding space.
Ooh.
And this boss fight is like basically the same exact boss fight as the one that's in Bleed 2.
Going down quite fast.
Right here is just kind of annoying because there's like a lot of little things that can hit you. But this boss fight right here against the battalion, he'll just randomly choose between a bunch of things. And I just hope that it's not the bomb like this one because it's the hardest one to dodge.
Here comes the giant fist.
Here comes the giant fist.
Nice. Bullet time. You're doing the bomb attack a
So
lot.
it's the bomb, yeah.
Ooh.
Luckily,
Nice.
even with the bomb, we still got there. Now, this is, in your normal playthrough, what you believe is the final villain. We're going inside of him by hiding in a giant apple. And by destroying the dragon's heart, we are supposed to claim the title of greatest hero. That is what we believe is going to happen. So once we're all the way inside of him, just work our way through his body. It's always, you know, everyone's favorite levels are inside of dragons. For some reason, there's a robot in the dragon, the bubble core.
Got hungry.
We don't know who is in control of the bubble core at the moment, who is responsible for it. All we know is that the dragon did swallow this bubble core, and it doesn't like us. As the dragon moves around, his body moves around too. And everything inside of it. And we're at his heart. Which for some reason has turrets on it.
Sometimes
most hearts
it's
do.
your immune system, you know?
The walls will try and close in on you, but you can shoot them back.
Can the walls ever fully close in, or do they just get closer?
I have never found out. I've never wanted to find out.
That's valid.
So at this point in the game, you defeat the dragon, but someone else claims the title of the Hall of Heroes. Someone else takes credit for all of your victories. And so now our last level is to beat the idiot who is trying to take your credit. This level's cool because, as you can see, the first segment is going through like all the little mini bad guys from all the levels and running into them apparently. It's like a museum for all the different people we fought.
Oof.
We die. For some reason, we die at the easy part of the game.
Is that a checkpoint?
Yeah, there's a lot of checkpoints at like every screen transition, basically.
That's useful.
Yeah. So we get to the top of the building where we meet our opponent. However, as you would expect from the kind of guy that would steal your credit as a hero, he plays dirty. And he uses robot versions of every villain we fought. Now we have to go through a boss rush where we fight 2 of every boss in the game.
Two?
Yep, 2 of every one.
One.
For Gibby and Stu, this means that there are 4 of these little worm dudes.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
That looks awful.
It is less fun. And then the first boss we fought turns into a whole lot of these. Luckily got through them all. And we finally make it down to him to fight the greatest hero of all time.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote. He basically uses a combination of all the different weapons you can get throughout the game. Hopefully we
There
can
we
finish him
go.
off here. So we don't have to
That was
die.
close.
And that's game. And we officially receive credit as the greatest hero of all time.
The greatest.
And best
and
players
you are the
of all
best
time.
player
It's
of all
us.
time.
Yay. And now, thank you very much for watching that. You have now watched all of the Bleed games at this marathon. And I'll be passing it back to Christian once again.